And it's all I ever wanted to believe that peace could grow inside of you, in spite of me, humanity. I hope you're out there somewhere. I hope you're out there somewhere. All alone, I hear the whole world calling. Save us from ourselves. Save us from ourselves.
Look through the eyes of humanity. I looked at myself.
So many things I hate in me.
So many things are so hard to believe. I can hear the whole world calling. I can hear the whole world calling me. All alone, I hear the angels scream. My name. My name.
All alone, I hear the whole world calling. Save us from ourselves. Save us from ourselves.
All alone, I hear the angels scream. My name used to be all that I wanted you to see, all that I needed you to be. One care. Does anyone care? Care about your fellow man? Does anyone care? Does anyone care about your fellow man? Can you understand? Can you understand about your fellow man? Are you sure enough to hear me out yet? Are you sure enough that you're pure enough to comprehend just what I forget?
All alone, I hear the whole world calling. Save us from ourselves. Save us from ourselves.
All alone, I hear the angels scream. My name, my
All alone, I hear the whole world calling. Save us from ourselves.
We're live. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. I got a funny one for you today. It's called episode 851. I just got some coffee in my beard. 851, stopping the next rollerblading incident. Odd-shaped buildings. And Red Pill Rooster thinks, oh, I misspelled it. He's an alpaca. Good morning, everybody. I got. Yesterday was a real epiphany when we were talking about ween worship. I've come to so much more of the world makes sense to me now. Welcome, everybody. It's great to have you all here. DLive.tv/Owen Benjamin Comedy, P.O. Box 727, Gig Harbor, Washington 98335, unauthorized.tv. Good morning, everyone. All right, I got some funny stuff for you. Jack Posobiec had an interesting take on a video. Okay, let's just start with that, and then we'll get into Jones. And then buildings. The pit and the pendulum with the ween is very real. Like a lot of dudes either they worship their own weens or they hate their own weens, and that is a real issue. I'm starting to realize why NASA has so much power. Like, I was just casually watching the launch, because bear in mind, I hadn't seen the launch yet, the SpaceX launch. I'd seen a few videos and stuff, but I hadn't seen the actual launch. And hang on a second, 1 second. Sorry. What am I doing here? What am I doing with myself? There you go. All right, so tell me if you noticed something interesting about this.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Ignition. Liftoff of the Falcon 9 and Crew Dragon. Go NASA. Go SpaceX. Godspeed. Spot and dog. America has launched.
It's launching. And so I was thinking about this. I was thinking about Alex Jones, who seems to be capable of seeing through so many lies, but he doesn't see through NASA's lies. And I was thinking about how he slack-jawed. Guys, I'm not even going to play the clip from his show yesterday. One of my friends sent it to me because it's too close to gay porn. He's like, oh, that's a heavy payload. All right, so thanks to Rooski Bear, I have my an hour of super sneaky music. Let's get that going, and let's solve a mystery, and then we'll get into the rollerblading incident, Renpool Rooster, etc. All right, why was everyone so interested in NASA? How did Alex Jones, the king of the conspiracy theory, how did he not see it? Well, as I took a look, here's Alex Jones here with a picture of a rocket on his shirt. I have gathered from a few sources that Alex Jones notoriously has an extremely small penis. And that doesn't matter, guys. It really doesn't matter. It's how you view it. You put your penis in a pedestal or in a pit. Do you say, oh, look at my great shaft? Or do you say, oh, I have no ween at all, bring in the migrants? Either way, it's bad. Penis worship is going back a long time. So I put on my detective hat to wonder why old Alex Jones here is always slack-jawed looking at the flying boners. So, it starts with the Washington Monument. When you look at that thing and you think, wait a minute, that doesn't look anything like George Washington. Didn't he have a wig and wooden teeth and a face with eyes and a nose? Like, what exactly is that thing? And as you know from my previous YouTube avatar of me last time I was in Washington, D.C., showing you exactly what that is. It is a phallus. And people from all over the world come to Washington's phallus to touch it and stare at it and be in awe of it and want it to be theirs. Okay, and right now a bunch of Catholics are like, oh, these stupid non-Catholics, they're so obsessed with wieners. Oh yeah? Well, here's the Vatican. As you can see here, what is that? What is that? The longest shaft. Oh, Big Bear, you're seeing stuff everywhere. Oh, really? Well, in China, it's a little more obvious. Here is a newspaper in China. So I put on my detective's hat and wondered, what exactly is that building supposed to look like? For those of you just listening, it's a penis. It's a circumcised penis with a penis head on it. And people are supposed to pretend that that is not a penis. They're supposed to walk around your life and just say, no, Big Bear's seeing stuff again. No, that is a penis. So this, Washington, D.C., this is supposed to show the prowess of Washington. And it makes men say, I want to be close to that thing. Okay, look at this. So, and then of course the Catholic, I don't remember reading in the Bible anywhere about a giant penis statue. Oh, it's not a penis statue. Okay, they are penis statues. Here we have, which one's this? Yeah, in China, it's pretty obvious because of our cultural differences. But here is a building in China. Now, it looks not only like a penis, but it looks like a dildo. It looks like an absurd caricature of an absurd penis. And these plans were approved, and the men with slack-jawed and drool, and the women they built it and they loved it and they want to be inside of it. Here is the Pearl of the Orient, another giant penis. Oh yeah, and for the Americans saying, "Oh, China's so gross." Oh yeah, all right. This is the capital of Nebraska. Here we have another penis. So as my tour, and then I see this in Dallas. I'm like, oh wow, that's not too bad. Maybe I am just seeing things. As you can see, it's a tower in Dallas. It looks a little bit like a penis and a head of a penis, but you know, it's not that gratuitous until you go down and there's the balls. So a lot of people in Dallas always wonder, why did they build these two giant balls in the middle of nowhere? Well, it's because if you stand in a certain spot, you can see that it's a giant dick and balls. Dick, balls, dick, balls. And then when you point it out, because you don't, see, the reason I think I can see this is because I don't want to live vicariously through another man's penis. People who watch a lot of pornography do. And people who have an unhealthy relationship with their penis do. They either want it worshipped, oh, I got a massive one, or they hate it. I hate it. You bang my wife. Either way, it's really gross. And so someone like me that can see exactly what's going on here in Dallas, people say, oh, you're seeing things, Big Bear. No, I'm not. I'm not seeing things. Like, for example, this building here in Manhattan, you don't really, why is it like that on that corner? Oh, in a certain angle, there's the head of the penis. Why is the Leaning Tower of Pisa leaning? Oh, they're so bad at architecture. Nope, that's a boner. If the man is lying down on the ground, you can see that, you know, because that's how a boner actually is. Oh, you're the gross one, Big Bear. No, I'm not. I'm not the gross one. I'm not the gross one. I'm not the one making these in public. That's a giant dick and balls in public. No, I'm not the gross one, guys. That's what, I mean, guys, that building is a giant dick and balls. It's everywhere. You can see it everywhere. Here we go. Here's a nice, I believe this is, I think that is in the Vatican. You have a nice dick and balls squirting everywhere. Just piping hot semen for everybody to live vicariously through. And this is just from an extremely simple Google search. So you have the Washington, our nation's capital is an uncircumcised giant penis. And then you have the Vatican, the representation of Jesus Christ on earth is a giant uncircumcised penis. And then you get into China where they're a little more into their clipped weens, but they still worship it. And then here you have, that's a real building in China. That's balls and a dick. Here you have just blatant penis worship in Nebraska, penis worship in Dallas with balls and a head. And then of course you got to get into the squirting, or no, that's the obvious, that's sneaky penis worship. That's a nice boner when you're lying on your back in Pisa. Here you have a penis squirting everywhere. Nothing in nature looks like that. There's nothing in nature that's the head and a shaft of a penis with squirting everywhere. And then of course you have the great phallus in the sky, which brings me right back to my original point that Alex Jones is obsessed with other men's penises. That's why he's such an avid porn watcher. That's why he watches trans porn, because he wants even his women to have dicks. Guys, penis worship goes back thousands and thousands of years, and now I'm going to get to something very interesting about Mr. Jack Posobiec. I had nothing against the guy. I don't even know him about him, but I saw him retweet something because one of my female friends sent me this, which is completely acceptable. And she was like, this is awesome. And I was like, I'll tell you what I think in a second. All right, this is a nice bass black gentleman. All right, here we go. Spouting some knowledge. All right, check this out.
So to all aspiring Antifa, just, you know, if you're thinking about coming here to Alabama or, you know, getting bussed in or doing some shit here, you might not want to do that. I'm gonna be honest. Stay y'all asses the fuck home, because the worst thing that happens is you come down here thinking that you gonna start some kind of fucking revolution and burn down some local businesses that we use, and you gonna get your neck broke, your teeth kicked in, and your shit pushed back. And you really don't want that. Let me just go ahead and tell you. So again, all aspiring Antifa members, stay y'all asses the fuck out of Alabama. Or at least just stay the fuck home and tweet about it, man. Come on now. Be safe.
Yeah, so you got a 6'5" black man with an legend, says Bruins. hold your comments for a second. Unless your women get it. Basis. I get why Copper Bear's like that. Women get it. Men, you might want to rethink what that guy just said. Preach, guys. I'm going to tell you. Just pump the brakes for a second. So this woman said, "Hero." Jack Basoback retweeted it. Everybody, guys, he said he'd rape a dude. He said he'd rape a guy. He said you're going to get your shit pushed in. Guys, that's anal rape. So Jack Basoback, who I'm guessing has a weird relationship with his own dick, who worships black dick and black masculinity. Guys, he just threatened to rape a man. You understand? You want to pull back the legend comments? Okay, so imagine if I said that. If I said, "Hey Antifa, if you come on my property, I'm gonna put you on the ground. I'm gonna fuck your asshole." What would your response be? You'd be like, "Oh, gee, what a redneck crazy person." Because he's black with the big dick in your mind, because you like big dicks, males, you're like, "Wow, what a great guy." Guys, he just said if you come to him, he will fuck your ass. He's gay. He's a gay rapist. Listen to that again, guys. Like, really, like, listen to it as if you don't worship black dick. Like, the first time I heard that, like, a woman sent me that. Just like, I get why Copper Bear is like, "Oh, legend," because women don't really care. Like, I've had relationships with women where I could be like, "I'm gonna go fuck another woman," and she'd be like, "That makes me sad, but you go crush with your huge dick." Penis worship is penis worship. If you worship a man's penis, they can do anything they want. So that's why that scene in Game of Thrones, remember that scene with that dude in the first season who got the blind girl, the head of the horseman, and he's like, "We will come to your shore." He's giving this big speech. He's like, "We will rape your women," and everyone's like, "Yeah." Penis worship. You know, if I was there and he was like, "We're gonna come and we're gonna burn your crops," I'm like, "Yeah, screw those guys." It's like, and then we're gonna rape your women. I'd be like, not signing up for rape. Hey guys, I'm not worshiping that guy's dick. And I saw that right away when he said that. I laughed as soon as I saw it. I was like, wait, what? And this dude's even worse, because that guy in Game of Thrones was like, "We're gonna rape your women." At least that's heterosexual. This guy's saying he's gonna rape your like a dude's ass. Listen to it one more time, but listen not as a cuck. Pretend, guys, that you don't watch porn. All porn is gay porn. Pretend that you don't worship dicks. You do worship dicks. As a 6'8" guy who's been told his whole life that he has an above average penis, I know the slack-jawed look in men. Like when Ben Shapiro took a picture with me and he was like, "Can I be close to it?" I know what it is. Don't pretend around me. That's why so many people want to be close. They just want to be close to it. Can I be near the Washington Monument? Why? Because it looks just like George Washington. Really? Where's his eyes and nose? It's just a penis. Can I touch the Washington Monument? Can I go in it? Can I squirt out of it? Okay, re-listen to this guy. This guy's an animal. He's a rapist. He's a gay rapist. And people are like, "Oh, legend. Who do you let people like bang your wives?" I understand why women feel that way. The woman who sent this to me, I get it, because it's like dominant. It's like, you come here, we'll fuck you up. He's also threatening a gay rape. When he says you'll get your shit packed in, that's his penis.
So while aspiring Antifa, just, if you're thinking about coming here to Alabama or, getting busted in or doing some shit here, you might not want to do that, to be honest. Stay all asses the fuck home, because the worst thing that happens is you come down here thinking that you're going to start some kind of fucking revolution and burn down some local businesses that we use, and you're going to get your neck broke, your teeth kicked in, and your shit pushed back. And you really don't want that. Let me just go ahead and tell you. So again,
guys, he's a gay rapist.
Antifa members, stay y'all asses the fuck out of Alabama. Or at least just stay the fuck home and twin out there. Come on, man. Be safe.
Okay, so now what he's saying is if you come down to Alabama, we're going to rape your ass, fellas. And the amount of men that were like, "Oh yeah, let me get close to it." Like Jack Sobiak is gay. The men who retweet that without seeing that and being like, "Yeah, he's gonna rape our ass." shit pushed back maybe murder. No, it isn't. Shit pushed back is prison slang for gay rape. It's brutal rape. Get your shit pushed in, your shit pushed back. Don't that guy. No, I'm not gonna ban it. You can justify anything you want in your mind. You just like enthusiastically wanted a black guy to bang your ass. You might be talking about a foot in the ass, but you're so. All right, Mount Brazil. I'm not familiar with gay stuff. That's all right. You can come back. He might be talking about a foot. Get your shit pushed back, guys. I'm telling you what he's talking about, and everyone knows what he's talking about. And if you want to pretend that you didn't just enthusiastically root for somebody to rape a dude, a foot of cock maybe, exactly. Because people right now are like, oh no, it's not. So you think that building is not about penis? Like, do you think that's just really good architecture? Guys, I'm setting you free right now, guys. Do you think that building right there is just modern architecture? Yeah? Yeah, yes, no? He's talking about ass rape. Dude, getting your shit pushed in, getting your shit pushed back, that's ass rape. No. What really, he's going to save us with this giant black masculinity. Guys, someone in the chat just says, how do you respond when someone accuses you of white privilege? I never get accused of white privilege. I don't hang out with those people. And if somebody said something like that to me, I'd be like, go. Because I'm not a fuck. You people that watch porn, you don't know what you're doing to your mind. You're slack-jawed and masked up, staring at a big black dick, hoping it rapes you. It's crazy, dude. And so many white men are retweeting that, just going, oh yeah, this guy gets it. Oh my God. Imagine if I said that. If you come to Ursa Manor, I'm going to fuck you up. I'm going to bash your teeth in, then I'm going to fuck your ass. Guys, I would be on the ADL hit list. If a white person said that, think about how many white men would go, this guy just freaked me out. This guy totally just freaked me out. Wait a minute, so he's threatening violence? Think about how many women retweet that but would never retweet a white man saying that. Like if a white man said, I will bash your teeth in, and they would be like, oh no, but he's got the big black dick. He's like, I'm gonna knock in your teeth. You think you're gonna start some shit down here? I'm gonna push your shit back with my dick. But by the way, just to let you know, if you have that confidence, women will react just as positively to you as a black man. They don't want black men. They want strong men. They want men that go, you can't. But see, that what I'm mocking isn't women. Women don't care. Women are like, they go with strength. They go with security. They go with power. White men are obsessed with black dicks. A lot of them. Right, it's easy access. If you're sagging your pants, that's why a lot of those rappers that were sagging their pants and they got all these young white kids to sag their pants, it was all a joke. If you're sagging your pants in prison, it's easy access to your ass. Mount up. It's all about penis worship. So much of the fucked up stuff in this world is penis worship. And people like me that point it out, they're like, oh no, Owen's the gay one for pointing it out to everybody. You know, it's porn, it's cuckery, it's perversion. People don't see it. That's why I beg people to stop watching porno. The whole reason for blacks on blondes porno is exactly. And the myth of the giant dick. Guys, blacks don't have bigger dicks than you. They don't. It's like really tall men with high testosterone have bigger dicks than you. But it's not a racial thing. It really isn't. That's all about establishing hierarchy amongst men. It's to get white men to cuck to blacks. Hello. What are you doing? Why are you angry, buddy? You don't like your new overalls? You go tell Mom. Quit facing. She's angry. Go ahead, Mama. Those are some great overalls, pal. You look like you're from The Sound of Music. Huh? Go help your mom. Huh? Okay, go find Charles Larson. Okay, I'll tell you about another time. Is he over? No. Go help mama. I didn't do this down. Yeah. Well, we're going to talk about something else instead. Next sound and music is going. Okay, I'm just going to read the chat. How do you guys feel about my current analysis of NASA and the George Floyd situation having a lot to do with, let's just call it the Washington Monument? I can help you with that as soon as I'm done. Really? I'll take you to the dump. Okay. Spot on. Right. Accurate 100% true, yeah. Okay, so I live it down as soon as I'm done here. Around the plantation. Spot on. Right. It is. Dude, it really is what it is. And to see this slack-jawed, I love saying slack-jawed because they really are, they leave their mouths open. That's why it's called soy face. It's like, dude, their mouths are always open for business. And it's been going on a long time, guys. It's been going on a long time. So when Jack is over there, listens to a black man say he's going to rape a dude, he's like, yes! And he tweets it. He doesn't know what he's telling the world is, I want this kind of thing. I worship. You know? Because these monuments are a worship. Like, dude, it's been going on a long time, guys. This is going on a long time. You know? It's people just get together and they're like, what do you want to build? And it's like, you know what we want to build. You know exactly what we want to build. You know? And then reading out of Pizza, people think that that's an accident. People think that that's like, oh, it started raining. No, guys, that's a dude lying on his back. It's just all over the place. No, there's no, guys, you can't build buildings like that and have it rain. Look at it. And then the columns, it's just a little bit. It's like one bit. So it's like, how do you do that? Building up to the big bit. And the big bit is just good. The big one gets good. And that's what NASA is. Green power. Our some public school dudes drive this way. Right. It's different. Don't believe Ira when he says the California looks like that in the winter. Right. Reminds me of Jonah Hill going, yeah. Yeah, dude, that's how they feel, and that's why they want to touch it. And that's why NASA right now is ruining so many minds of slack-jawed. You're talking about that, right? Oh, cool. Awesome. That's good. When you see these NASA fanboys, you know exactly why. Like, look at this dude. You know, he's got it on his shirt. He's like, and then when it first happened, you'd think he was talking about gay porn. He's like, oh, look at that heavy payload, it's so thick. It's because that's the biggest one. The ISS, and every one of them should. Because it makes the evacuated men, the ones who have given up their families, given up their lives, it's like, if anything happens, it wasn't my fault, it's the doctors. If I go broke, it wasn't me, it was the Jew, If I get unhealthy, it wasn't me, it was the grocery store food. Oh, they're just, I'm not going to protect myself, it's the cop's job. I'm not going to own a loaded gun. I don't have to speak and deal with consequences, that's the newspaper job. And so these same guys are like, that's my thing. And they're like, yeah, that's where I'm going to worship. Like, fallen men always worship the dick. And so do women. A lot of women do, because women aren't the same as men. They just go where the power goes. If a lot of men are slack-jawed around a rocket, the women will be like, yeah, NASA's great. If the men around them, like, like my wife's mother was like, did you see SpaceX's launch? And Amy just writes back, SpaceX is nonsense. And that was the end of their conversation, because Amy's married to a dude who's not looking at other dudes' dicks. You know, so I'm like, that's not the only way for someone to believe NASA's real is if they need it to be real, because they want to see the biggest dick they can. All right, so let's continue. You want to see how easy it is to break up I'm not even going to give commentary on it. Just watch this. This is hilarious. Here's how to end social distancing via truck. All right, so here's all these people. We're going to block the street. Oh, the parting of the Red Sea, guys. And what part's the Red Sea? Just the will to not stop. That's it. Just the will to not stop. Part's the Red Sea. I'm not encouraging anyone to act in any way, but that's what Moses did. Why? Because I ain't stopping. Hilarious. The power of will is mind-blowing. Truckers do get it. Okay, next up, let's throw on the super sneaky music again. And we all know in the 1940s there was a rollerblading incident. And that rollerblading incident is being attempted again. Back in the 1940s, 9 homosexual rollerbladers claimed to be hit by a Subaru, and ever since, the world has been paying the price in the form of Zionistic control of all banking and social practices. Now, it's happening again. Listen to this. You can't make it up.
Leaders on roller skates who are riding around with bullhorns informing people to go to Rodeo Drive. That is the sole direction. And then, humans...
Okay, so the rollerbladers are back. But fortunately, because of the boys in blue, we have stopped another genocide. I mean, I'm open. What do you got? Do you think we're shaping reality at this point with our jokes, or do you think that the world is just this funny? Like, the rollerblading incident is upon us because it's just as theatrical now as it was then. There's a reason why people latched on to that when I said it, because they know there's truth in it. The rollerbladers, hang on, the roll of shame, hilarious. The rollerbladers are back. And the rollerbladers are laying out pallets of bricks. You know why those pallets of bricks are being laid out? It's because the big box stores like Apple, Best Buy, all these squirt machines, they have all this stuff they got to sell, and they have insurance for riots, so they just want people to burn down their buildings so that they can get paid. This is straight clown world. Synchronicity is fine. Well, I think that it's always been clown world in a way. You know, George Floyd, dude, your dog. And it's when people think that morality is determined by consensus, they'll do anything you tell them. It's dick worship. When you base your morality on who's got the biggest dick, which is basically who's the highest in the air, that's clown world. And right now, NASA figured out how to get the biggest dick in the world because they did it with magic. It's not really up there, but people believe it's up there because they want to have they want their dick to be that big. The way out is simple. Don't worship dicks. Don't become obsessed with your own dick. Don't put your dick in the pit or the pedestal. Oh, I got a huge one. Everyone look at my huge dick. Oh, I have no dick. Someone's banging my wife. Both terrible. It's not about the size of your dick, dude. And that's Alex Jones. I really believe he's handicapped. I think his dick is so little that it's like a serious problem. Like, I'm guessing there was procreation issues. What is their obsession with sex? It's about the dicks. It's about seeing it go in. Their god is a penis. Oh, how dare you, dude? Osiris is phallus. It's an ancient religion. A lot of sex worship and sex obsession is seeing the dick go in and out. It's about the dick. That's why pornos are filled with dudes with cartoonish dicks. And if you can't, like pornos typically are not people like being sensual with each other, being very close. You know, it isn't good sex. It's phallic worship sex. It's like, watch the biggest dick we can find go in and out and squirt. Oh, this is so dirty. This is what's running our entire country right now, is people obsessed with dicks. I'm the one telling people not to watch the shit because your subconscious doesn't know the difference. They're like, oh, he's got the biggest dick. And so the dicks become symbolism, like the Washington Monument, the one dick to rule them all. And then NASA's like, I got you beat. We're going to have a giant dick with fire coming out of it, stay in quote unquote orbit forever. And you can't go above that dick. And that it's, yeah. And so there's people that just go, because that's their God. And people could say they're Christian or Muslim or Jewish or whatever. No, they're obsessed with dicks. Jack Posobiec retweeted a black man claiming he's going to rape men like it was good because he wants to see it going in and out. And you can lie to yourself and say, oh, getting your shit pushed in is about kicking someone's ass. No, it isn't, guys. That's jail lingo for fucking someone's ass. And so Jack Posobiec, without realizing what he's showing the world, retweeted like, yes! Why do you think I make fun of Squirt Boy so much? Because the entire machine is based around men saying, that's a bigger dick than mine. It's one reason why I was such a daywalker in Hollywood. 6'8", notoriously large penis. I could get away with shit other people couldn't because a lot of the grabbers just go, oh. I swear to God, dude, it's a fact. Because they're obsessed with dicks. The first thing they do is change the shape of the dick when babies are born. They worship them. They worship them, guys. And it's like when someone just says, oh, I'm a Christian. No, I don't, dude, you worship dicks. If you're watching pornos, you're watching another dude's giant dick going in and out of a vagina. And so anybody telling me I'm the gross one, 99% of you guys are probably, no, I wouldn't say you're still watching pornos, but at one point in your life, you were addicted to dick worship. Gross, man. Yeah, well, you're part of it, Ascension Bear. Well, usually when people overreact too, they're still part of it. If someone's like, "Oh Jesus, you're so gross, you're disgusting," I'm like, "You worship dicks." They can't breathe while choking on dicks, right? It's so obvious, it's so gross. So all these buildings, everything, the Vatican's so gross. You're gonna say the Vatican's so gross, guys? They worship dicks there, guys. Their Pope has a giant penis on their head, on his head. And there's like that little thing at the end, like, you know, I'll show you what the Pope hat looks like. Guys, there's a dick hole at the end. And then they'll say, oh, Owen, you're the one seeing dicks everywhere. Guys, it's true. And if you didn't watch hours and hours and hours of pornography, you would see it too. Look at this thing. Look at this dick, penis. Okay. The funniest thing is that people don't see it. They're just like, no, dude, it's about a fish. Look, he's turned his whole body into a dick, and it has a dick hole at the end. Like, there's a little dick hole. And look at him. Look at his face. He's like, dude, my whole body's a bigger dick than you. And everyone's like, oh no, dude, that's not a dick. That's totally not a dick. All right, that's about a fish. It's a fish hole at the end. Okay, hang on. So tell me again, why is this thing in St. Peter's Square? Like, what is that doing there? Is it Jesus's dick? Oh, you're the bad man. Not me with the fucking dick on my head. Dude, and when you see these people The reason they just go, like these men, they just go, and they just go, give me the rocket, man, give it to me. It's because they worship dicks. They worship dicks. Washington Monument doesn't look like George Washington, aside from one part of George Washington. Dude, fish sticks. Vatican. Newspaper in China. Now they're building China. I mean, guys, it's all who's got the biggest dick. Dallas with balls. There's a nice shaft there. Oh, lying on his back with a boner there. Oh, squirting. Oh, I think that's the Vatican as well. A nice squirt going on there. And then, of course, you got a dude with a big dick on his head with a penis hole. All right. Bunch of gay fish. Yeah. Dude, fish dicks. Fish sticks. What would a society that ships the alternative look like, DB? This. I'm not, like, the reason there's so many people are drawn to cities is because of dick worship. They have the biggest buildings. They do this. Dude, I know these men let you fuck their wives, and their wives want to fuck you. They're not worshiping God. They're worshiping a dick. The idea of a dick. The Empire State Building. Oh, look at that giant dick. And then why'd they have to take down the two dicks? Because that represented homosexuality. Two dicks become one dick. It's all dick worship. Two dicks. 9/11. You got two dicks. And it caused so much stress for men. They just look at the two dicks and go, no, only one dick though. And they go, two dicks. Two dicks. It's like, no, but which one do I wear? I need one dick. Why's that? What's the other guy doing there? You know, and then and so then when the two dicks crumbled and one shaft emerged, people went like this with their jaw. Dude, it was two dicks. Boom. And so, because I think a lot of people do it to themselves. Like, I think subconsciously, like, just like I can't breathe was the subconscious mantra of everyone wearing a mask. I think people were looking at the World Trade Center with a lot of disdain. Like, subconsciously, they're like, that just isn't right. And no one knew why. It's like, there's something wrong with that. I don't know. I like the Empire State Building better. Do you know how few people said, I love the World Trade Center? They were like, no, I don't like it. They're big. Yeah, they're big and thick. I know. But there's something about it I don't like. Why? There's two of them. Why's the other dude doing that? How can I worship two giant dicks? No, I'm an Empire State Building guy. I like the Chrysler Building with a nice shaft at the top, you know? So they're looking at these two dicks, and they were square top. You know, no one likes a square top of the dick. You know, that's why Empire State Building, you know, uncircumcised. I'm not the sick one, guys. I'm just pointing this out. Empire State Building, uncircumcised. You know, the needle squirting. And then you have Chrysler Building, nice, you know, funky, uncircumcised thing. And then the Twin Towers, flat on top. Big giant dicks, no head. And you couldn't figure out which one to worship. You're like, I don't know who I jerk off to. And so then it all comes down, oh, no more two dicks. And then, oh. And dude, this is the entire basis for Nimrod and the Tower of Babel and all of it, guys. Oh, no, they didn't want, guys, Osiris's cock got chopped off. Osiris's bride fucked his severed dick. And that's what they worship. The phallus of Osiris is the worship. That's the religion of Babylon. Guys, we still are ruled by Babylon secularly. I'm not spiritually, but that's what it is. Oh no, you're just disgusting. It's the penis of Osiris is the religion. They worship the big dick. And that's why they're just great insight. Dude, it's true. There's this subtle vibration when you see two dicks. You're like, no, I don't like that at all. I don't know why. It's just, what's that other guy doing there? Building 7 was a dick in the box. Hilarious. I don't know. Building 7 was just the third guy that was like, no one even knew I was here whacking off. All right. Dick a texture. Do the whispering, BB. I mean, my family's gone, so I can get back into it. You cracked the code. Dude, but I feel like a lot of us have cracked the code, but I just do a better job of really like taking 30 straight minutes to talk about dick architecture. BB, show us your Washington Monument picture. Okay, let me find it. That's why like these feminists are so dumb, because they're like, oh no, we need vagina architecture. And so they'll make buildings that look like vaginas kinda, and everyone hates them. Even women. Women are like, what do I worship? I need a giant dick. I'm serious. Women are just like, if you are worship dicks, you worship dick. Like a dude with a big dick that like acts like it's God, like this is my boner, it's fucking great. The women that are part of that religion of dick worship, even if they don't know it, they don't even know it, they're like, okay, because it's their God. All dick worship is gay dick worship. Yes, it's all gay. That's why watching porn leads you down a road of cucking and being a homo, because it's about the dicks. It's about the dicks. No one watches porn with like 20 minutes of really passionate kissing and touching. It's always big dick going in and out. Why? Because the whole religion's based on dicks. Okay. Benjamin Washington Monument. Oh, here we go. I've been showing this to people for fucking ever, guys. This was my YouTube avatar, and people were like, "Oh, you're the one. You're the one who worships the phallus." I'm like, I'm showing you what the fuck it is. Look at this big happy Owen. I was showing everybody, look, this, guys, this is what that is. Guys, George Washington doesn't look like that at all. That's not George Washington's face. That's his giant dick, and now it's mine. Now it's my giant dick. That's been my picture for years. That was my picture for years and years and years. And the firmament is the hymen. That's why they're like, NASA, you go poke that. That's why all these NASA fanboys don't have families, because they have NASA. Fuck for them. Guys, I was showing you, like, look at it. Look at it. Now it's mine, though. Now it's my big dick. Rushing. All right. All it needs is a bell head. No, that's the unclipped ween. The Chinese, lately, they're all over the map. But here you have worshiping the clipped ween, but you also have the Pearl of the Orient. Oh no, that's unclipped. And then you have, that's not, you know, this is, and it's a newspaper. You wanna know why I think it looks like that? Jews. That's a newspaper in China. So why do you think guys, newspaper? Jews. Oh, how dare you? It's Jews. It is Jews. So they made their building clipped, because they want people to start worshiping that. Too bad that isn't, people see that. It's too obvious. If you really want to sneak in some dick worship, you go with unclipped Osiris. Unclipped Osiris at the Vatican. The Jews in China are like, oh no, that one. No. God, I gotta take it down a little bit. It's too obvious, guys. And then you got that one, you're like, oh, it's an egg. Yeah, keep telling yourself that. It's an egg that comes. Nebraska, there's obviously some grabblers there like, oh no, let's put a little ridge on it. No. Here we have, this is obviously very sneaky in Dallas. And then you have, that's an angle dick. Like, you have to look at it in the right way to really see the shaft and the head. There's literally no other reason why you would build a building looking like that. And then you have, of course, the boner when you're lying on your back. This one is so obvious that I will ban anyone that says that I'm seeing things. That's the head of the shaft and the squirting. Okay, I'm not the one who puts that in front of little kids, guys. That's public fountain stuff. I'm the one explaining to people on DLive and unauthorized.tv exactly what that is. It's an engorged ejaculating penis. And families are like, let's go look at the Roman columns. It's like, you know what we have to walk by? Why? The erect coming penis. Guys, that is what that is. No, you're seeing things. Really? You sure? So that's just me seeing things. Like, that's how a building should be built. Just ridge of head and shaft and gorged. Still, I'm the one seeing some? Okay, so that's a good design. That's just a normal, that's how buildings are designed, guys. They're just designed like that. And so all this penis worship, and some people go, no, I'm Christian. No, you worship dicks. When that black gentleman in Alabama said, if Antifa comes down here, I'm going to break their teeth and pack in their shit in their ass, you know, and Jack Posobiec was like, yes. And he retweets it. This guy, yes. It's because he's like, a gay rape threat is so strong. That guy must have a shaft on him. Can I be close to it? Can I touch it? Can I just see it squirt? Can I just see it squirt? Guys, this is what the porn addict thinks. And they go, no, I'm a Christian. I like the guy that does this. No. You worship that. Yeah, he's gonna kick out your teeth. Dude, you know, so many people don't even know people that have done serious time in state pens and stuff. I get it. You know, you like to stay away from the trash, even though the trash is you. Yeah, it's a rape culture, and you know, it's like you sagging pants means you're easy access, open for business. When you got your what are they called? Your pockets out. You know, you see some of the brothers with the pockets out. It's because someone's holding on to the pocket. Your bitch. And you know, that's why these men are like, I will rape a dude who comes here. And Jack Posobiec is like, can I watch? I need to see that. I'm gonna retweet this. I know I'm picking on him, but he retweeted that. He was like, I want this. I want people to hear this. Guys, he threatened a gay rape. Protecting your area does not involve a gay rape, guys. If someone's like, hey, if Antifa comes down here, what are we gonna do? We're gonna protect ourselves. We're not gonna riot. Hell no. We're not gonna loot. We're not gonna burn down our brothers and sisters' businesses and houses. No. We're not. No. We will stand up to them. If they want to come here, we're gonna beat their ass. Yeah, and then we're gonna fuck their ass. What? What did you say? Dude. What? What'd you say right after beat their ass? Yeah, I was a little carried away. What do you mean? No, I was just saying, like, we can fuck it though, right? Isn't that intimidating? No, that means you got a boner and you fucked a dude. What? Why did you just say that? Like, no, we're gonna beat their ass. No. What'd you say right after beating his ass? I'm gonna pack in his shit. What'd you mean by that? I just thought it sounded really tough. You think it's tough to rape a guy? You think it's tough to become sexually aroused by a guy and fuck the guy? Well, I mean, it's just so badass. No, it isn't. It's gay. It's penis worship. And little Jack Posobiec is like, yes, I can see right through his whole life. He squirts looking at giant black dicks. And he calls it heterosexual because there's a woman in the room. That's not good, pleasurable sex for women, guys. You just hammer at her from behind for 30 minutes, and a guy jumps in, a girl jumps in. Oh, the mailman's here. Oh, wow, you're squirting. Dude, women are not into that. Some are because of trauma or because the zeitgeist tells them to. That isn't physically what a woman's vagina is drawn to. Just bang, 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 bang. Oh, I want you to hop in. It's gross. Guys, that's dick worship. It's about dudes being gay. It's dudes going, oh yeah, pound on her. Oh, so you can't fuck, think that? Dude, you can't fuck. You don't know what women like. And I can see right through you, Jack Posobiec. You like to watch big dicks fuck women. And that's why that's why I was telling people in the chat, don't say this guy's a legend, wait for it. Because I don't even want necessarily for everybody to see how fucked up they are right away. Like, you just listen to a guy say he's gonna rape a guy, and it didn't even register. You just were like, yes, and then later you go, it was hiding in plain sight. No, you couldn't see it because you chose not to because you're a pervert. It's not hiding, it's in plain sight. He threatened a gay rape. Well, that's so tough though. No, it isn't. That's gay rape. Protecting your home from Antifa does not involve raping a man in the ass. gonna wait. I'm gonna let people register to immediately do. Good for you. Good for you. And the people that did, you guys, it's time to stop watching porn, okay? I can make it theoretical for people, and people are like, yeah, I really should stop squirting, but you know, Big Bear, you know. At this point, I just showed you that you rooted for a black gay rape. You were like, yes, that black guy's gonna bang the ass of one of these white college boys. I'm gonna check it out. That guy gets it. Okay, if at this point you can't see that you have to stop watching pornos, you're fucked. You're like, yeah, just pack this shit in. Pack it in. Do you think the Vatican will ever try to regulate porn? Guys, the Vatican is porn. Look at that thing. Dude, you think this guy's ever gonna regulate porn? That guy is a walking penis. Look at the dick hole on the top of his hat. And guys, I have much love for a lot of Catholics. I think E. Michael Jones is one of the best intellectual and spiritual and crushing masculine forces of my time. I'm honored to know him. He's a grandfather, tons of kids, he's crushing, he's been standing up for 40 years. Guys, that is a dick on a head. That's a dick head, guys. And that little thing at the end, that's the penis hole. Oh, how dare you, how dare you. They have a big, giant dick in front of his house. If I put a giant phallus in front of my house, you want to know what people would think? That's a gay guy. That guy loves dicks. Do you think this guy will... Do you think this guy will regulate porn? Guys, do you think he's against it? Do you think he's against phallus worship? Guys, he is phallus worship. Just gonna let that sit there. Just stare at it. Stare at his big boner. Let's take a look. Let's take a walk down memory lane of other of their Pope's hats. Pope hat. I went right through the years, but I don't know if that's really... Because they have a lot of different dicks they wear. There's the golden dick. Let's check this out. You got a lot of them. Oh, you're sacrilegious. You're sacrilegious. Dude, I know why you're like that. I know why you're like that, and it disgusts me. I know your search histories. Hang on a second. Oh, no, you're the devil. Oh, dude, imagine thinking that it was actually me who's of the devil and not this. Okay. And I know some people aren't going to be able to handle this, and they're going to leave. And they're going to say, I'm going to take my bare name, and I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to go over to Ben Shapiro. Fine. Guys, anybody that says I'm the one, like I'm the bad guy. I'm not even saying he's the bad guy, guys. To say that for me to make fun of this man, and he's not my father, he's not my connection to God. Dude, look at this. Like, even some of these, like, things, they still don't get it. They still don't see it's about the dick. Hang on 1 second. Like, I'll show you some more of his other dicks. Like, that's the beauty of being the Pope. Like, look at his eyes. He's saying, I got a bigger one than you, even though I'm short. All right, look at this. Look at it. It's on my head, though. God, they're so obsessed with their own dicks. Like, here, he's like, dude, look at my boner. It's gold. Look at that one. Look at that. He turned the crucifix into gold, and then he put Jesus' mom on a boner. Oh, I just can't anymore, Big Bear. Then go. Why don't you go? Why don't you? It's fine, dude. No hard feelings. You'll be back. I know you'll be back. Because if you've ladled enough gravy, the rest of the world seems absurd at this point. Okay, so look at this. So this is... the priest of ancient Dagon fish worship, the religious hat from Babylon. Okay, they still don't get it. It's about a penis. It's not about a fish. No one's worshiping fish, guys. Nobody's worshiping fish. All right. Imagine if this was the way that you felt God. It was only through this guy. Look at it. Look at him. Like, if you cast him as the Emperor from Star Wars, people would be like, too creepy. His eyes are too dead. Everyone's like, what? It's like, dude, no. Like, imagine writing Star Wars and you're like, oh, let's put a big giant phallus on his head, cover it with gold, and give him that face, and have him hold the torture device of his savior and make it in bronze and put a big shaft on it and have them like always like telling people that they should open their borders and not have guns. It's like, no, too evil, dude. Way too evil. Pull it back. We're talking about the Emperor from Star Wars here. We're not crazy people. Look at him, dude. Look at that guy. Look at that guy's like, I got the biggest one in the world. All right. We want to keep a PG-13 rating. Are you criticizing me right now? If so, I'm going to give you the 1 second. You want to keep it PG-13 rating. Eugenius Bear, were you telling me to clean it up? I'm the clean one. I'm not the one bringing my little kid to worship a dude with a penis hat. And I'm staying right side up no matter what people do, because the result of that is hell. If I go with the mass narrative, it's like, oh no, Black Lives Matter. Let's go to LA and protest sanity. You're done, dude. Yeah, I'll wait for his response. Too evil looking. That's okay. So Eugenius Idiot Bear wasn't talking to me. I'm glad I asked. All right. If people are starting to attack each other, just ban everybody. Start again. Because I now see people being like, someone just say, what are you up to, Fed boy? I gotta oh yeah, he did mean Star Wars. That's why I asked. I'm legitimately trying to get better at not banning the wrong people. Because I've banned a few of the wrong people. I've unbanned a couple people recently. I was, I ran 1,200 stairs this morning, feeling great. We don't need to get down to 300. I get it. Sometimes I have that feeling, but no, we want our community to grow. We want our community to prosper. But if anybody is trying to sow dissent, I want the community to grow. Not a Fed. Don't start saying who's a Fed and all that. I know I've done that in the past, but it's too beautiful of a day. They don't care. They don't care at all. I was talking to Arwen. Flat Earth debate is Fed. Oh, Paraplegic 6.6. You've been banned so many times. Just stop arguing with people in the chat. I'm not gonna make you 9/11 yet because it seems like you've been through a lot. But if you start arguments about nothing in the chat, you're gone. I know what it's like. And I'm not Fed. It doesn't matter. Go to other people's chat and say, I want this? Go to any city in America right now and say, is this how I want to live? Do I want to live like this? Or people are just like, black people are better than everyone. Penis worship. Oh. If you go to any other chat and you just see people being like, I hate you, goblin. Is that, do you want that? Because if you do, go. If not, I'm going to keep banning. Phoebe, it's my mom's birthday today. She's a Gemini like you and naturally funny. Nice, Greek Orthodox Bear. Good to see you. Is AJ spiral between you and Rogan a pit and pendulum penis situation, BB? No. Maybe. No. Because I don't do dick worship. This is the first time in the entire history of my streaming that I've ever even talked about some of these concepts. I'm very against pornography. I'm against sexual fetishizing, like people being like, oh, if you don't bang all the time, it means you're in a dead marriage. That's all terrible. I don't want to live next to giant buildings that look like dicks. I'm trying to explain it because you don't understand NASA unless you understand dick worship. Because it makes no sense. How can Alex Jones, who does see through stuff, guys, as hard as I am on him, how does it, he loves NASA. He loves it. He's slack-jawed. He wants it in him. And it's like, that is a major engine of problems in the world, is people just being like, look at the size of it. No, a guy who sold big, and your woman won't like it. Your woman won't like it. Like, if you're like, oh no, my wife loves my monster dick. No, you're dick worshiping. You're dick worshiping still. Either way, pit or pedestal of the dick is bad. Either way. Either you're like, oh, I got no dick, I gotta get a black man here, stat, like Jack Krasowiak. And he's like, dude, he's gonna rape us, this is the best news ever. Or if you're like, oh, I got this monster, she loves it, she loves my human. Both bad, both because of pornos. She loves you because it's you. You know, if your dick got hacked off in a weed whacking accident, you want to have a marriage where your wife wouldn't look at you any different. Dick worship is sex magic. Exactly. And dude, I've been part of it at eras in my life where there'd be times when it'd be like, you know, I don't need to share, but it'd just be like, yeah, I got a hammer on me. Thor. I know the pitfalls of Thor worship. Everybody's like, look at that guy's dick. His giant, strong hammer. That's why like men are like, all these men will wear like Thor t-shirts and go pay money to go watch Thor and his big hammer. Dude, you're watching Gabe. You're worshiping a man's penis. Thor. What's his giant, can he fly? Can he see through walls? No, he has a giant hammer. What? Yeah, no, it's the heaviest thing in the world, and it just crushes. And he's like this like Viking looking guy, and he just fucks. It's like, okay, man, what? Yeah. It's like, dude, I got, you know, you can buy a sledgehammer. That's not exactly a superpower. It's like, no, it's the heaviest, thickest hammer in the whole world, and it's Thor. And we worship it. It shoots lightning. And anywhere in the world, he can just, and his hammer's there. And now he poured him in the gravel and just wants to get pounded by it. That's one of the reasons why grappler men have a love-hate relationship with giants. It's because their women are the most sexually aggressive with giants of any group in the world. Like, the president of a bank, like a billionaire's babbler wife will try to bang you if it appears you have a hammer because they practice sex magic, cock worship. So anybody, and so that's why the grabbler men act like they like it. They fetishize it and they try and make it like it's their idea. Like, oh yeah, bang my wife, great. Guys, they're the least faithful, most sexually aggressive women I've ever seen in my life, and that's including drunk sorority women. Grabbler women have zero, guys, in general, zero respect for their sexual respect for their husbands. None. They're like, let me see it. It's like, this is the president of Sony's wife. It's like, show it, please. That's not a true. It didn't happen to me, by the way. I'm just trying to use examples. Thor treats every problem like a nail. Okay. Nail Jews are gay. Grabbler Jews are, yeah. There's Jews that aren't like that. There's respectable farming type Jews. There's respectable family men Jews. But the grabblers are. Evacuated women want big dicks to make them feel full inside. They are exactly. It's fill me up. You know, that's why they get these big dildos and stuff. Because that isn't sexually pleasurable to women. It's like, oh no, I'm not gonna have this conversation. But that doesn't go sexually with reality at all. Like women, you know, women that are like not evacuated, that aren't feeling empty and lost and broken, they're not just like, give me a 9-inch dildo. It's misplaced insecurity. Exactly. Nothing about their vagina says that would be pleasurable. Not the way it's designed, nothing about it. And so that's why women are like, oh, he's got a big dick. Dude, that's dick worship. Adam himself with knees too high with big or small lean. I don't know. Maybe, ooh, that's some gravy. It's not about big or small. It's about obsession. Okay. It's okay, and then I'll move on. I got more stuff to talk about. It has nothing to do with the size of it. Unless you're Alex Jones or a handful of Chinamen. It's how you view it. It's like, do you worship it in some way? Do you like hate it or love it, or, you know, that's all it is. That's all it is, dude. If you've ever, like, aside from like when you're a teenager or something, when you're going through it, if you like think about how many inches your dick is, or if you ever measure your dick, you're like, you have to stop watching porn. And if you're like, oh, I got 7.5 inches. Oh, I got 5.5. No, it's 6 if I measure from under the dick. It means you're lost. You need to change your life. Rather, you're like, oh, it's only 4 inches. No, you're fine. You're okay. A 4-inch hammer can have a family. Everybody's happy. You know, if you're Alex Jones with 1.5 inch erect, allegedly, like if you're 1 inch erect, you have to really work on your personality traits, your ability to provide security for a woman. You know, you may even want to look around at lesbians. Like Alex Jones, it's like his dating pool is pretty much lesbians. But 4 inches, you're what? There's no problem with that. Don't be like, oh, I hate my dick everywhere. She's always snickering and laughing. It's because you care about your dick. Your dick doesn't matter that much. It's not significant. It really that Shane with Adam thing is very powerful, where he wanted to cover his genitals. It's the moment people start worshiping dicks, where Adam's just like, not big enough. Oh no. It doesn't matter. Like real love doesn't hinge at all around the size of your dick. Thor's daughter bear. How do you like the Thor talk? Not lesbians, not the butch. No. Alex Jones needs a butch tag because Alex Jones looks like a lesbian. Look. Like Alex Jones looks like a lesbian. He looks like a butch lesbian, does he? Joe Rogan worships dicks. Yeah, that's what I think sometimes when I call people homosexual. You become a homosexual the longer you worship dicks because you can't help but be like, I want that in me. Like take for example, a normal homosexual is just like, oh, I'm really turned down by men. You know, probably because of some sort of trauma or wiring, or it's bad. You don't want to be that guy, but that's what it is. Someone like Joe Rogan is so deep into the Babylon dick worship world that it just becomes homosexual. That's why so many of these rappers become homos, and no one really understands why. It's like women, it's like, so you have all the beautiful women in the world, but yet they start wanting men. It's like, why? Because they have dicks. And when you're in this realm of like, who's got the biggest dick, you start being like, I want that now. It's like, why? It's like, this is my religion. And so that's why a man like Joe Rogan, I call him a dumpster pumper and all that, they start getting into men. Because that's God, the dick. Oh, how dare you, dude, look around you. It's all over the place. Dick worship is literally everywhere. You know? Everywhere, dude. Everywhere. It's like dick and balls, dick and balls, dick and balls. Think about how much time goes into building these boners. It's an act of worship. And so NASA is like, and so, yeah, it's kind of like prison rape. The reason they'll rape men in prison is because, like, when they turn you out, it's trauma mind control. It's like then you're their God. You know, if you take the will of a man, obviously I've never done this, I just understand this. You take the will of a man, like you take a straight man and you like that black guy, like what Jack Jacoby clearly wants to fantasize about with that black guy, you become their God. Like if you do that to a man, they look at you like God. And in prison that makes a lot of sense apparently. Like they're like, oh man, it's like I did that to you. Because it's so traumatic and so awful that you can't view yourself. You're like, I was just a piece of meat to that dude's dick. No, you just go, I love him. I will, remember Mike Tyson? I will fuck you, you love me, faggot. Remember when Mike Tyson said that? That's why they say that. And then that's why the white cuck has been watching so much porno is that they accept it with open arms. They're like, Dr. Sobiek's like, take me, please. I can't handle the pressure of this world anymore. I can't handle, like, you know, not knowing if my Trader Joe's is going to be stocked with food. I can't. It's like, take me, just take me. That's why so much of the slave master relationship is voluntary. It's all voluntary. I heard the Daily Wire serve snacks. Right. The penis represents power. I believe they're giving the ultimate fuck you to the heavens, manpower. Right. Well, it's all anti-God. It's all antichrist. All of it, guys. It's false idol doesn't even begin. Like, think about how powerful the false idol of the penis is. It's like they're everywhere. You can build them up in towers. You know, it's got this weird, creepy connotation. Whoever's got the biggest most squirting cock is better than God. Such truth be but it's a fact. That's why like trauma-based rape is people do it in war. It's how you take a population. The men see you as God, and the women just gravitate towards the strength. Am I encouraging this? Of course not. You have to be literally insane to think this is what I'm encouraging. There's no phalluses on Earth's matter. There's no dick worship here. Stockholm syndrome. Yeah, but it's deeper than that. That's a way to describe it to people, but it's more than that. It's real. It's very real. And a lot of people in America have Stockholm syndrome. They have no idea why. That's why the Masons wear those aprons. I don't know why they do that. Not cognitive thinking, cognitive thinking. Nice one, Kale Bear. Babylon was penis bound? Yes, the whole thing was penis worship. The whole religion was based on Osiris's dick. Let me read about it, and then we'll move on. Enough dick talk. But this is very important to do this. Elaborate, influential story in ancient Egypt mythology. It concerns the murder of the god Osiris, a primeval king of Egypt, and its consequences. Osiris's murderer, his brother Set, television Set, live vision Set, usurps his throne. Meanwhile, Osiris's wife Isis, the ISS in the sky, the highest point, restores. We're still under the Babylon myths. Okay, so the Vatican, all of it. Washington, D.C., all of it. It's all Vatican. It's all this. Why do you think it's called a television set? Because I Temple of Set. ISIS. ISS. Rob Skiba has 2 great videos. Alright, sweet. All this dick talk reminds me of the dicks, assholes, and pussies combo from Team America. Yeah, that was a funny one. All Egypt, yeah. Alright, so here we go. Osiris' wife Isis restores her husband's body, allowing him to posthumously conceive their son Horus. I'm guessing after, I don't know. But understand what that means. Posthumously. That means, alright, so what happened is the god Osiris, Osiris' murderer was Set, who chopped him up into 7 pieces, I believe, one of which was his penis. And Osiris' wife Isis used his penis like a dildo to conceive their son Horus. The remainder of the story focuses on Horus, the product of the union of Isis and Osiris, after death with his severed penis. That's why there's so much penis worship. Who is the first vulnerable child protected by his mother and then becomes Set's rival for the throne. Their violent conflict ends with Horus' triumph, which restores Maat, cosmic and social order, to Egypt after Set's unrighteous reign and completes the process of Osiris' resurrection. The myth with its complex symbolism is to integral. Alright, I gotta. Osiris. So, for whatever reason, that didn't kind of say. 14 pieces. Okay, it was 14 pieces. The 13th piece was his penis. Also, why it's always a dick structure and not the man's body. Right, because it's severed. It's severed. That's why it's interesting when. It's interesting when they add balls. I know this sounds so weird, but like that, like they added balls, because I don't know if it was all like there. Those are balls, and there's 3 balls there. You know, there's the 2 testicles, and that looks like there's a tumor. I don't know, but Isis made a new penis out of gold, then had sex with it. Interesting. And James True gets it. James True knows this stuff. He's written whole books about it. But again, the whole thing is about golden penises. And that's why Trump is, I think, in the priest class of that. He builds golden penises. I mean, it's right there. I mean, let's look at some of Trump's. People get so freaked out. It's like, this is interesting. It's interesting, guys. I don't know, it doesn't look gold from the outside. But Trump is known for gold phalluses. Oh, there we go. Trump Tower there is gold. Oh, no, he's great. Trump's hair alone is a dick cap. Right. Yeah, gold. Gold and phallus. His penthouse is covered in gold paint, everything. Right, but he's also really into phallus. Trump is a... But don't hate... You don't need to hate Trump or love. It doesn't matter. Get back to reality. Get back to your cockpit, as James True says. It's like, this is very interesting. You know, so many people have so much of themselves, like Horace, chopped up into little pieces and put all over the place, like Hulk Croxes and Harry Potter. That all these conversations, they freak out.